as I was saying, as far as I remember, Lord Alberon is somewhere in the region, I take it on faith. Here's Maximus with lots, and I do mean lots of paladins as a technical term. Just in this game. How many slots exactly? Was that between 20 and 49? Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty of lots in this game. Because that happens to be the sweet spot, I think, for a number of things. When you get between 20 and 49 of them, that's when you have enough to throw your weight around. You have, I don't know, 19 of them. It's not that much yet. You have over 50 of them. My goodness, you have managed to save up. At this point in particular, it's probably too late. That probably should only happen once you already have reinforcements further down the line. So yes, lots seems to be a sweet spot for all these sorts of things. I hope I remember correctly. Anyway, that's Maximus and Lord Alberon over here to the southwest. Now beaten, battered, and bruised, here's Draconia, the queen-to-be. She's on her way, desperately trying to receive some reinforcements, which is not an easy task. My gold reserves have dried up. The nearby dragons at this point will attack and obliterate her. The units over here are not upgraded, at least not all of them. The vampires in particular. There are no additional bone dragons I can transfer to her. It's an absolute disaster. However, I do have my precious trump card in Ergon over here. Ergonomically, he's heading south to take care of matters. He's got a whopping 28, which is lots as far as I recall. 28 Cyclopses. And a couple of other things. So he might just do fine. As far as I remember, this is going to be a throng with Zounds as 500 to 999. So a throng is going to be all the way up to 499, if memory serves. And it ought to serve. Here's Lord Alberon. He will try to retake the All Mine, then deliver the reinforcements. That's what he's doing. Draconia is trying to replenish the ranks, get some reinforcements, possibly, I guess. I don't know what she's supposed to do at this juncture. She's licking her wounds, that's what she's doing. Ergon is heading south. He's my only hope at this juncture, basically. Here's Phineas. Yep, that's Phineas. Over here visiting the Magic Gardens. Why not? Receiving reinforcements and all in all trying to secure this area as much as he can. Powerful foes may prance around and they might potentially put him out of consignment, but hopefully that'll not happen. Here's Kraghak on his way southeast. Is he supposed to rendezvous with Elgon? Quite possibly. At which point he will give him the reinforcements. 6 additional Cyclopses is nothing to sneer at, so sneer at it not. Wait, is he actually waiting on something else? Something? Ah, yes, it would be nice for him to be able to possibly get some additional units further down the line. Because while this is respectable, having 2 more Cyclopses would certainly be appreciated. Presumably there's 4 more Cyclopses over here. How wonderful. And of course, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Who are you again? Yes, of course, how could I have forgotten? She's literally called Jezebel, and she is on her way to collect all the orcs to unite the tribes. And of course, when she gets all the orcs, which she never will be up to date on, she will transfer them to one of the castles and then have them upgraded. You know, I do appreciate when further down in the series you could just flag these and they would just allow you to get more of a given tier of unit in your castle. That made perfect logical sense. You don't have to manually just collect these units week by week, then transport them and possibly even upgrade them. No, you could just recruit them all in the castle. And then stuff you could recruit at the castle, you could possibly even recruit remotely at a small price in mana, I believe. My goodness, those quality of life improvements really, really make a difference. They take away from the seemingly inevitable tedium of what started out, well, it started out as King's Bounty. Then Heroes 1, then Heroes 2. But could never quite evolve to a point where you would get rid of the tedium, could it? Guess it's one of those fundamental core issues in the entire genre. You just can't quite get away from this. The tedium and the busy work is part of the process. Not necessarily part of the fun, but part of how things work. These castles have been retaken. So hypothetically I should go to Blackburn and I should go to Vulcania. Secure these. Get rid of red. And I think Elgan will have to do that, because if not him, then who else? Oh, right, of course, peasants. I should ditch the peasants, they slow this man. Well, I should also ditch the dwarves, the unupgraded dwarves. They are exceedingly slow. I do not want to slow Gallivant down. Here's Draconia on her merry way. Can we actually upgrade any of these things? Oh, yes! More stuff to recruit. That's also my... Oh. Yes, most of the stuff is not even upgraded. So I have to go through the effort of doing that. Can't pick up the mummies because I obviously have the zombies. Since I've lost all of my mummies. Can't upgrade the vampires because I lack the resources. I do not have enough crystals because I've been recruiting cyclopses. Well then, if I want those zombies oh so desperately, might as well upgrade those and recruit additional ones. Plop them into the army soon enough. Oh, yes, Dracoliches, as I like to call them. Fortunately, I can't even afford all of them. Well, things are looking up, I guess. That's more Dracoliches than she's had before, but for now, I guess she's going to be stuck here. Well, unless she chooses to, I don't know, attack the druids. She has already visited those standing stones. This teaches view heroes. I guess I can hypothetically explode to the west. Well, Elgan will go anyway. And then retrieve reinforcements further down the line. Why not? She's got nothing better to do. Otherwise, she'll just get stuck over there in the castle. As far as Phineas is concerned, he's got plenty of places to visit, plenty of resources to pick up. This man is not gonna get any more stuff. He's just not going to be able to recruit any more units because, ultimately, I don't have the funds. Jazz is gonna head west, and I'm not gonna build anything because I don't have the gold. End the turn. Retake this, head on back, eventually deliver reinforcements. What can Draconia do? She's not gonna pick up the goblins. Meanwhile, indeed, we are heading south with Elgon. Craghack is trying to get through here. Oh, more orcs! Of course! What else would you expect? We are trying to catch up to Elgon with Craghack, but that's going to be a tall order. And as far as Jazz is concerned, well, she is desperately trying to unite the tribes. Eventually, she will have over 100 orcs, and those will receive upgrades. That's not an insignificant number, considering the fact that Elgon's got about 300. Sizable chunk. It's a sizable chunk of what he's got. Alright. What about this place? Can we actually... Should we trade for the crystal? No, I don't think we should. Let's not. I could hypothetically do things like get the marketplace and so on. Are there any places that absolutely desperately need additional structures? I could get the bridge down to the southeast. That's possibly more reinforcements for Elgon. Mostly more units for Phineas, I guess. Which isn't half bad. Still don't have the upgrade to the mansion over here back at Sheltenberg. Well, it's not the capital quite. Spirit City is the capital. And that indeed has the upgrade. It's not recruit mummies. I have ran out of gold yet again. That's okay. These are reinforcements that Gallivant is supposed to transfer. And yes, obviously I have these 3 castles. This one only provides me with vampire lords who have served me quite well so far. The other ones are supposed to provide me with literally anything else and everything else. And they do so in reasonably huge quantities. 3 bone dragons from each. Well, from these two every single week. That's 6 bone dragons every single passing week. It's quite a few. Now, of course, the force of Paladins is growing at a more rapid pace as far as I can tell, so I presumably should use Elgan. I should put the Cyclopses to good use in the meantime. Whoa! Oh lord! It's Alberon with a pack of Paladins. There's a precious pretty pack of Paladins. How many is that? Well, however many that is, I don't think Draconia can take him on. What about Elgan? What stats does he have? He's got nice stats, doesn't he? Even though he doesn't have the artifacts. He's level 9 with Draconia over here is level 18. Surely it would be a better move to just hand Draconia the Cyclopses and so on. But what do I know? Considering the circumstances, I think the best move is going to be to charge at Lord Alberon with Elgan. Other than possibly performing some sort of an army swap. But yes, I need to get at him. He's got a powerful army. He deals more damage against the living dead. Oh, and of course, on top of all of that, I can't let Gallivant fall because that's how you lose. That's not something we want, is it? Let's put all of these units here, that's all the reinforcements, and let's head west immediately. Phineas over here has already visited this garden. There are plenty more to visit. Can we really spare the gold to do much of anything over here? I can upgrade the Adobe, give this man Ogre Lords. Well, first of all, let's upgrade these Orcs to Orc. I can't even afford that. You know, fine, let's just keep him here for now. Crackhack is not going to be able to make it. My goodness, he's not... fine. I'll collect some goblins. Wait, why do we have 2 stacks of goblins on Crackhack? What is going on here? Whatever. Let's put them in a single stack and collect them from around. He's presumably not going to be able to try... Wait, Elgan actually is looking around goblins instead of Ogre's Lords? I mean, yeah, I guess he is. I guess I've decided to get... I didn't have the upgrade, so I did not actually get them, even though presumably I should further down the line. Fine, let's send everyone on the merry way. And what am I supposed to do with Draconia? Just give up, accept the fact that she's not gonna defeat Lord Alberon again, and travel the world. Fine. That is indeed what I shall do. And if you were to hazard a guess, you'd presumably hazard the guess that it's Maximus, right? It is and hey, hold on. He's only got a swarm of peasants, so that's Maximus. Depleted of his forces. Relatively pathetic in his relative power. Fine, let's build a shrine to grant bonus necromancy to my necromancers. I should have thought about... I should have just gotten the upgrade to the Vampire Mansion. Whatever. No matter. I have a bad feeling about this. Now, gathering goblins is all fine and dandy, of course, but... I dread what is to come. The confrontation between Phineas and Lord Alberon. Sorry, not Phineas. Elgan. That's Phineas. This is Elgan. Can this possibly work? Spirit City is gonna get taken over, I understand that much. Maximus decides to head back. Another blue hero is traveling north. And Gallivant, of course, is repositioning. This does not bode well. Not at all. then again, what am I supposed to do? I can, of course, flag this sawmill. I'm not sure I should go against... I mean, Draconia's got enough of an army to pick up a couple of fights, I guess. Can she actually deal with a throng of sprites? She might be able to deal with a throng of... Let's try to take the... I have the lightning bolt spell. 249 sprites is a pittance, right? Lightning bolt. A pittance indeed. Holy shout! Holy shout indeed. Let's fine, let's obliterate the druids. Stay the unit classic, of course. The vampires are basically going to take care of pretty much everything. Oh no, no. If the peasants end up slaying the dragon, they just might. They deal 1 point of damage and the dragons have 150 hit points. The peasants might just slay the dragons. Now, thankfully, these units are extremely slow. So, fine. I'll use the bone dragons to attack the sprites. Sounds clever enough. Pathetic. Yeah, but that's what happens. That's what happens, isn't it? Pretty much slay all the peasants. Okay, most of the peasants, please. What am I supposed to do? Refuse to attack the... Oh, dear. Well, the peasants will have enough movement points to attack my bone dragons, and the last thing I need to see is bone dragons slain by peasants. By peasants! No! I refuse. Ah, yes, of course, I'm supposed to cast Firebolt. Well, I'm not gonna cast fire... Well, then I should have cast it earlier, and should have attacked... the dwarves with the vampires, and should have bolted the peasants into oblivion. Damn it. Any other spells I could conceivably cast? The spell of teleport? No. No. Not really. Fine, let's bolt the peasants. It's the golden hammer fallacy, I guess, but when what I have is lightning bolt, I shall bolt. Well, he can't quite run away now, can he? Right, let's see the outcome of this. I've lost a single bone dragon to the spell, though. It's unfortunate. Casualties have been sustained, but... Oh, through eagle-eyed observation, Draconia is able to learn. Holy shout! Let's never cast the spell. Oh, and 462 skeletons. I absolutely should get the stupid shrine everywhere, shouldn't I? There are just 2 places I can get it, granted, but it makes perfect sense to boost her necromancy, since we are building a swarm of skeletons anyway. Oh look, the red tower is not here yet. Oh, mostly due to a dearth of gold. Interesting. Yes, most fascinating, isn't it? There's pretty much nothing... I mean, we could recruit a couple of... over 100 sprites. That's not gonna help us all that much. Although at this juncture, having more than 100 sprites might be better than having a measly 2 power liches. Despite everything. But yes, I should absolutely get additional reinforcements for Draconia. Otherwise she must just... Logos help mercy. Logos have mercy. She might just get attacked by some stray red hero, get wiped out, and I'll either have to recruit her back... if I decide to flee quickly enough, or I might have to reload. Because none of that is accounting for the fact that my capital city, over here, Spirit City, is about to be attacked by the rightful ruler, as some would claim. Fine, let's recruit a couple of mummies. I won't be able to make it there in time, so it is gonna get taken over. At the very least, I get to see the exact count of his units. This is not soothing. 43 paladins, how am I supposed to deal with that? So these to try to limit the number of rangers, I guess. That's the best I can do, that's the best I can come up with. Ugh, whatever gets targeted, yeah, will get eviscerated. Oh boy. I hate these battles. These full gun conclusions. Ugh. Well, there goes the capital. The actual question is, can Elgon take Lord Alberon on? If he can, and Lord Alberon remains within the capital, that's going to be mighty interesting, isn't it? Because then, he will not be able to flee, and thus, artifacts will be acquired. Alright, Jazz. Collect additional orcs, and then go upgrade them, I guess. Crack Hack can collect additional goblins. Phineas, I don't know, can recruit whatever's left. And then go on a stroll, I guess. I don't know, what am I even trying to accomplish with good old Phineas over here? Unupgraded trolls, no. No, thank you. We could send him over to a magical garden there. He can grab some more resources. Could be gold, for all I know. You could also try to visit the water wheel. He'll not be able to do so this week. Hello, Flame! Circumstances, as you can quite possibly see, are dire. The hell is that? Lots of druids. Well, I could take them on, I guess. Go to the Xanadu and such. See what happens. No, he decided to he decided to actually instigate things. Of course he did. And now my Cyclopses are blinded, and there are no spells Elgon can cast because he doesn't know any spells. This is gonna end in a disaster, isn't it? Well then. "11 attack, 12 defense versus 8 attack, 3 points of defense. I should have given the entire army to Draconia unconditionally. Okay, this basically cannot be salvaged. No, I'll absolutely have to reload, and there's... And no spells, yep. So the Cyclopses are here, they're useless. This resolution is 2k! But yes, point taken. Point taken. When I switch to the next campaign, I'm gonna alter this because I've received numerous complaints on this particular subject, and I get it. Oh. I hate this. Sorry. I can't recover from this. The only way to go about things that's possibly offering some smidgen of hope is to reload all the way back to where I've started today. And insist on a completely different course of action. Which I guess is not the worst of ideas. And could hypothetically work. Though of course it does not please me in the slightest. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's Draconia. Instead of having her head west, we will receive reinforcements from Elgan. She's gonna head to the capital. And she's gonna defeat Lord Alberon again. Now, as far as I can see, the good news is this portal... No, wait a minute! Hold on! This portal is what led us to this predicament in the first place. If I can block that off, and I can, just go to the other side, go back and stay there. If I can block that off, I can buy myself enough time to do whatever I want. Unless Lord Alberon makes it through earlier on than I would like him to, in which case there's basically nothing I can do. But for now, as far as I understand it, the army is on Maximus. It's going to get passed down to Lord Alberon, and then it's gonna get delivered. While it has not been transferred yet, I still have a shot. I still have some hope. So yes, let's converge on this location. Forsake all of these units. And exchange them for... the barbarian ones. Let's finish over here. Let's retrace my steps. Retake the mine. Is there anything else for me to do? Anything for me to get? Anything? Oh dear. Can't even remember. I could invest in any number of things, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. Skull pile to get more skeletons, yeah. Why not? Since I am including them in every single army. I should of course get the shrine, but I also want to get the upgrade to the mansion. All of that requires crystals, as do, coincidentally, the Cyclopses. So at this point, the most precious resource are the crystals, surprisingly enough. Could hypothetically get something else somewhere else. What do I need? Where do I need it? The upgrade to the Adobe would be nice. Getting the Ogres would be nice, but I don't have the gold to recruit them all. So let's not even bother with that, at least not yet. I think it's going to have to be it. Maximus heads east, presumably that's where Lord Alberon is. Over here, Elgan heads south. Okay, trades units with Draconia, and suddenly he is going to receive the undead units. Great, that I'll then have to... Wait, what did I just... There we go. Expert leadership +3. Entire army is undead, so morale does not apply. It's pathetic. Pick up the vampire lords. The what? The 35 vampire lords that I have over here? Instead of what? The 306 goblins? Because it kind of stands to reason. It kind of sounds like it makes sense, but I don't know about this. They've played a huge role. All the skeletons, that's something I've considered indeed. Yeah, the skeletons are quite precious. But then again, I only have 108 of them here. I will keep generating them, but for this single fight, if any one of these stacks perishes, I'll have a free slot for the skeletons. I think that's the way it works. I think I'll then receive them under that slot. And it's going to be an absolute slaughter. Consider what Alberon has over there. He's got what, lots of paladins? A tremendous amount of units. I'm going to need anything and everything I can. If I had more bone dragons, I would mix the bone dragons in with this. I would just take anything I possibly can to make my odds the tiniest bit better, but alas, alas. I think I'm going to have to send Elgan to pick up the reinforcements. Because what else is he supposed to do? Whereas Draconia is absolutely desperately forced to head back east and essentially pray that she'll make it in time. Now, of course, Phineas could hypothetically deliver some reinforcements, but first of all, those are low-tier units, and second of all, he will never make it there in time. Then there's Crack Hack, who's got some reinforcements, but he'll never make it in time either. Then there's Jazz, who's picking up unupgraded orcs and hoping for the best. Can we upgrade the orcs at the hill fort? I think we can. If we can, we might just be able to deliver them in time to Draconia. I wouldn't get my hopes up, though. As far as skeletons are concerned, we should upgrade the shrines, but that, unfortunately, comes at a huge expense. So we can't quite cover that. Yeah, let's not build anything, see what happens. And that's when Lord Albron pops up. Thankfully, we have Draconia on the case. She's heading east. What? He's got a pack of paladins? Ah, yes, yes, of course, a pretty pack of paladins, of course. Right, it's just a pack. Just a pack of paladins. Yeah, right, that's one way of phrasing it, I guess. I'm desperately trying to recall how many a pack is. I think it's between 10 and 19? Few, several, pack. Yes. So several is 5 to 9. Therefore, a pack is going to be between 10 and 19. I do also vaguely remember these terms. By now, I presumably should know them by heart, but alas. Right, here's Phineas, he's kinda stuck. Here's Ergan collecting reinforcements. Oh boy. Let's go. And here's Maximus. They have 2 armies. Now, if what? And here's Ariel. Wow. Okay, and now Lord Albron has lots of paladins. I knew it seemed a little bit too easy. Well, comparatively, okay. Here we go. Can I actually do this? Can this be done? Because if it can't be done, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do! Alright, I can cast Bloodlust on them, well, he's got 11-12, and we've got 10-7! So no, even our stats are inferior. Oh, and 12 points of mana, oh my goodness, I should have replenished them, but no. So all I have at my disposal, I guess, is basically a single lightning, unless I want to blind something, which I can't blind anything, they're immune to blindness! Well, what am I supposed to do then? Lightning bolt the paladins, I guess. All you know, these guys, last thing I need is for them to keep on piling on damage. Fine. The paladins won't deal damage immediately, so it's... Let's see what our hounds can accomplish. Right, wolves, do your thing. We have 36 wolves left. There'll be no counterattack over here right now. Fine, let's fall back. The paladins will not be able to reach the trolls, and crucially, the champions will not be able to reach them because they're blocked by the wolves. Okay, this is relatively smart. Falling back with the trolls. And my best shot over here. Okay, fine. Let's let's not get too close to the paladins, I guess. Let's cross fingers and hope the champions get paralyzed. They didn't! But at least they did not counterattack because they already did this turn. Oh boy. Well, at least they're taking the scenic route, aren't they? Let's slow them down. Presumably should have done that a while back. I also still need to get rid of the Rangers. They are a menace. Oh no! Obviously they're trying to protect the Rangers. Why wouldn't they? Down go the trolls. Look, if this cannot be done with the units I have... It seems so simple, it seems so... Okay, it didn't seem perfectly straightforward, but still, this is unacceptable. No! It's not even close! Oh, great! My Cyclops are just gonna get pelted from afar. Well, what am I it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. I have 4 Cyclopses left. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. There's just too much of everything. If I could blind those units, I might have some hope, but I can't. I'm the one who gets blinded. Yes, what am I even trying to accomplish over here? I've got 28 units of tier 6 and he's got 43. It's just basically numerically impossible. How is that even supposed to work? I have worse stats and a smaller army. I'm not gonna win this encounter. Are they gonna get blinded? Well, we shall see. Of course they're gonna get blinded. Fine, slow. The champion's down. Do not move the wolves. Wow. The amount of damage the Rangers alone are capable of dealing to the Cyclopses is just obscene. There's no hope here. How far back do I have to go to have even a smidgen of a chance, of a realistic chance to actually get through this? Will I have to replay the entire scenario from scratch? And even if I am to do that, how exactly am I supposed to manage? How? What am I doing wrong here? I just don't get it. Maybe I never did, or maybe, just maybe, originally this scenario just relies on certain things going a certain way. Maybe you need to either roll a particular personality for a particular faction, or maybe the re-implementation of the AI is just too good, they're too aggressive, and therefore it just doesn't play out in your favor. Well, maybe, just maybe, when choose the portal, take away the main production towns. That is an option, I guess. Also, I mean, if I can reload far enough, I can just block this portal, can't I? So they cannot pop up over here, and thus I have a bit more time to rebuild. Though, granted, it'll just delay the inevitable, arguably. But at the same time, might just be enough, I don't know at this stage. The problems over here are numerous. On one hand is the fact that Lord Alberon's just got better stats and a better army. So I would need to work on both of these departments. Though admittedly, I am a bit desperate at this juncture. I just don't know. I could try to reload and I could try to block this off, but then again, even if I were to do that, I think I'm past the point of no return, and I don't know since when. I think the army he has gathered is of such a magnitude that it's basically impossible for me to come back. I still have no idea what I'm supposed to do about these bone dragons. Initially I thought you just encounter them and they join you. Especially if you have a high enough diplomacy, but they seem to flee rather than joining, which is perplexing. Now if I could get them to join me early on, I could snowball well, beyond my wildest dreams, but they just don't seem to want to join me. At the very least, I've tried those. Maybe others would gladly fight by my side. I don't know. Still haven't gone through the effort of trying to slay the ghosts. I don't think the ghosts will be willing to join me either. And of course, if you are to take the ghosts on board, you have to have them join you early on. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. You don't benefit from having a couple of ghosts that will get immediately slaughtered by the enemy forces. The whole point of playing ghosts is to get an overwhelming, obscene amount of them and to just snowball from there. So another opportunity missed. Perhaps I should have just attacked them early on and taken them out. Possibly while not using an army comprised of, I don't know, hordes of skeletons for them to feast on. What else? What else? Now, the way this plays out does me no favors in a way. You start out really spread out. You have these forces to the northwest, you have the forces to the southeast, and then you have your capital over here. Granted, I think your first order of business should be to head west as quickly as possible, conquer this, upgrade Schenterberg to a castle, and then get as much as you can out of it. You should absolutely get that bone dragon production up and running as quickly as humanly possible. And then, I don't know, maybe you are supposed to make it through the lifts, defeat Lord Alberon, and take over the Citadel. That would make a degree of sense. Consider the fact that there are basically no defenders over here whatsoever. There's also the fact that I was able to decisively is... I wanted to say decisively, but decisively is not the term I would use to describe it. I was able to defeat Alberon, just barely, and he has managed to flee. Perhaps had I defeated him properly, with him not being able to escape, I would have managed to do significantly better. But because he has fled and thus got re-recruited, things aren't as wonderful as they otherwise could have been. Dear oh dear. Yes, but my worry is ultimately that this plays out differently than it would have had I just played this in its original version. Maybe the AI does things differently. But either way, I'm going to have to reload at some point. It's just a matter of which. Unless I want to replay it in the old version, which would, of course, take a decent... replaying this in any form is going to take a decent bit of effort that I'm not necessarily willing to commit. I don't know. If I reload to what I've started out today, can this be done? Guess the best I can do under the circumstances is to either send Galavant or some other hero next turn south. Fine, let's see. I could plug this with Gallivant, but presumably I ought not to. Fine, let's take Troyan. And move her... Will she even make it? Let's check. Will she make it there in time? I'm not willing to replay every single turn just to find that out. No, she won't. No, she will not. And where does this go? You know, this is monumentally stupid, but... What if I could transfer the forces to Draconia and then possibly block one of the hero's ways, you know, the paths. For instance, block Maximus over here. Somehow. Prevent him from going to the other side. Or at least slow him down, and then prevent the armies from being reunited. Now, Maximus over here has got a particularly strong force, and these reinforcements will be delivered to Lord Albron, but they're not there yet. And as long as Lord Albron only has a pack of Paladins, and packs of other troops, I might just be able to take him on. Wouldn't say that that's definitely possible, because that's still a respectable force, a sizable one, and... with the forces Draconia has right now, I don't think that's even gonna happen, but at least in principle... It's not entirely impossible, I guess. Can we deliver a tiny batch of reinforcements over there to Draconia? Can anything be done? If she could defeat it with the Necromancer's troops, it would all be so wonderful, but I sincerely doubt it. Okay, let's just see. At this point, I'm experimenting. Willing to give basically anything a go. It's almost certainly not gonna work, but whatever. Let's see what happens. No, he goes back. Attacks Troyan, of course he does. And presumably he's going to trade units, no matter what. But... Fighting against 12 of these is going to be significantly more manageable. Wait, what? 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 Oh, You can confuse them, make them go to the other side, and then possibly block off the portal. I don't know what to say or think anymore. And she's gonna flee. Yes, she is. No! 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 Look at this. I mean, mission accomplished to an extent, I guess, but... Is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this how I'm supposed to play? I've managed to hoodwink them. They're on the other side of the portal, I guess. Here's a... Where's Lord Alvaron even going? He's not even heading towards the... What? What happened? So I've sent Troyan all the way beyond the portal, and Alvaron followed her to the other side. Then he traded armies with Maximus, I guess, and he's got this huge hulking one, but... Look, presumably, if I were to try to optimize this, for what it's worth. Presumably, I should actually go ahead and do the things I was supposed to do with all the other heroes in the meantime. And then, on top of all of that, try to send a hero to the other side, confuse the AI and Lord Alberon, and somehow manage to block the path off. And when I'm ready, I can, I don't know, send Draconia with or without reinforcements to the other side to slaughter what's there. Maybe attack Alberon, maybe attack another hero, go back to this side, stay here, essentially camp on the portal. I mean, I understand that that's a fundamental mechanic in this game, in a way, but the bizarre dynamic it creates is it's puzzling to say the least. A portal essentially becomes a kill zone. You sit on the portal on your side, and anytime you see some sort of a juicy morsel within the reach of the other side of the portal, you just spring forth from that side, destroy the hero, then head on back to your side to keep on camping. I've never thought of it that way, but I guess that's how you can use portals. Yeah, you can just camp them. Huh. I don't think you can even enter a portal from the others. Can you enter a portal from the other side if it's blocked? Does it just block it up on both ends? Ah, yes, because then you could prevent it from becoming a kill zone. But either way, even if I manage to do this, so what? Everything else is still a problem over here. Well, with the notable exception, I guess, of Red's towns. Red is reasonably weak. I can take Red on with Ergon. So hypothetically, I could do this idiotic little gambit by immediately heading east, sending a hero there, confusing the hell out of the AI, and having Lord Alberon on the other side, helpless and useless. While, I guess ultimately, as step 2, having Draconia block off the portal. Because the first hero, freshly, newly minted hero, is gonna go to the other side, confuse the AI and get slaughtered, whereas Draconia comes in second, comes in clutch, blocks off the portal. The third hero presumably should replace Draconia as quickly as possible, block off the portal, and let Draconia do her thing. Yes, and suddenly, the whole point... The whole strategy becomes about confusing the AI as much as I can and blocking of access to where I am until I can gather enough of a force to crush my enemies. Ugh. A game of cat and mouse, and a bizarre one at that. Is this what I want to do? Is this my life? Because I think this is my life. Also, that low humming does terrible things to my headphones. Ugh. Alright. So the plan was to end the turn here, I think. Because I didn't have resources to do much of anything else. Right. Then Lord Alberon heads over here to flag the mine. Then I recruit Troyan and take away her dwarves, yes. Send her south. Meanwhile, Draconia immediately heads east. No, hold on. I can receive some reinforcements. Whatever. Reinforcements, nothing. Ergon heads south. Jazz heads west. Crack Hack heads southeast. Phineas goes over here. Do I get literally anything this turn? Is there a point? No, whatever. I end the turn. They head for the portals and... Troyan goes through here. Well, she doesn't go through there quite yet. Draconia... Wait, hold on. What? Wait, what? How many... I can reach the portal quickly enough with Draconia. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna reload because sending Draconia over here alongside Troyan is not the dumbest move. I mean, I kinda resent everything and I hate life for doing this, but it is not the dumbest move. See, I block off things immediately with Draconia, and Troyan is over here to effectively replace her as the Cork Mistress. Soon enough, as soon as I get the opportunity. What is this game? Seriously, what am I doing? At this point, I can't help but wonder whether you are supposed to play like this, or whether this is just what I play like, and anyone watching would just, you know, hang his or her head in shame. You know, I actually even hesitate to say that it works. Does it actually work? It kinda works. It delays the inevitable, I guess. And that's what all of this is about, isn't it? Just delaying the inevitable. I mean, that's what being undead is about. You know, it's all fun and games until, of course, these heroes decide to just take the scenic route to my capital instead of using the portal. Then it'll become significantly less fun. Okay. Presume, just hypothetically, what do the bone dragons do? Slow my forces. Okay. Yeah, it does work in the same sort of way. Okay, but here's my question then. If this is not how you're supposed to play, how exactly are you supposed to play? What fundamental mistake am I making? What is my misunderstanding over here? How am I playing Heroes of Might and Magic here? Two in particular wrong. Because I have enough humility to be able to acknowledge that presumably this isn't what you're supposed to do. But then again, what are you supposed to do exactly? How are you supposed to play this? Are you supposed to face your enemies head on? I kind of think you'll not. But yes, I also get this intuition. I don't know how you're supposed to play, but this isn't it. And there's this deep-seated fear at the back of my mind that actually the answer is you are supposed to play like this. Especially since now you have to use the portals to rush down the enemy before they master the forces because individual knight troops are better than necro. But the whole point of playing the necro faction is to be able to accumulate a huge force over time. So your hypothesis is that I'm supposed to somehow unlock the way to... Where's the portal? There we go. To this portal that is conveniently right next to my capital, go over there and try to rush down the castle. Instead of doing this elaborate, bizarre dance that I'm doing right now. I mean, it's not particularly far-fetched, I guess. To go over troop count, you should early on. That does make sense. So essentially, all of this would boil down to me being chronically indecisive. Which does make sense. Yes, I do inevitably tend to take things slow in most of these circumstances, which is why things play out this way. So given a town and the upgraded vampire mansion, which is the best overall necklace, that does make sense, yes. Because that much we have seen early. Well, you still have to take this town, I guess, but it's right next door, so it shouldn't take that long. Right, I guess it's a perfectly viable. So what about the bone dragons over here? Are they just decorative? Because horrifyingly enough, all that you have said makes perfect logical sense. And now I wonder. I mean, I guess I'm going to give it a go this way. It may or may not work out, but I'm just going to give it a go for a bit longer. Just see what happens. Let's see. But of course, if I am to replay this, rushing would significantly, improve my attitude, I guess. The last thing I need, if I were to replay it, would be to go through the entire long slog again. It'd be significantly more fun for me to actually be able to rush the enemy down instead. Do I send Phineas out there to explore? Why not? Let's send Phineas out. Oh boy, who is it? Who is it this time? Who are you? Is that Lord Alberon? No, that's Alamal. Oh, thank goodness! For a moment though, I was kinda worried. Right, let's deliver some reinforcements to Draconia. To at least pretend she's got some semblance of an army on her hands. And now, behold, let's slay Alamal. We could hypothetically reveal this bit of territory. It's a sound principle of all X's that you are supposed to explore first. That's what the first X stands for. But yes, let's slay Alamal from Team Blue. Head for Blackburn. Yes, retake this, as I am sending Elgon to take over the Sorceress's towns. Huh. I wouldn't necessarily call this anything resembling a rush, but let's at the very least try to attack something at some point. You can upgrade all of your orcs over here, straightforwardly, of course. Alright, and I'm going to deliver these orcs to Ergon. I dread to say that things are looking up. Because for all I know, Alamal is... well, not Alamal. Presumably, whatever the king's name was, might just be here to ruin my day. Somewhere around. Sneaking around. Heading for my capital. We shall see, though. Right, first order of business, let's stay Alamal. That should be perfectly feasible. Also, I desperately need to replenish my mana points. She's got a maximum of 100, and she's currently got 14. That's pathetic. Unacceptable. Attack the vampires. Blur. I mean, attack with the vampires. Whatever. Attack the dwarves blocking the... Whatever. Okay. Very few losses. Spell cast. Parting spell. Blackburn has no defenders. Let's march over to Blackburn. We could get the red tower. And with the red tower come the phoenixes. And just like that, if I am to commit to this, I could hypothetically get the phoenixes from the red tower coupled with the cyclopses from my barbarian castles, coupled with the coupled with the bone dragons, I guess. So 3 tier 6 units against whatever Lord Alberon decides to throw at me. It's not the worst of ideas. I'm not sure how viable it is, but it at least in principle it could work. Is there anything that I can recruit? Oh! The units here are largely unrecruited. I see. Well, if for no other reason than to deny them to my enemy, let's recruit them and let's briefly rest. To let Draconia replenish her mana. No, I was supposed... Ah, damn it. Not again. Yep, I was supposed to deliver the orcs, the upgraded orcs. But I failed yet again. That's okay though, that's okay. I'll be just fine. Worry not. Alright. Here's Draconia, all rested, with 100 points of mana at her disposal. On her way southwest. You know what lies to the southwest? The portal and its vicinity. What, should I head straight for the south? Let's at the very least give it a go. Let's explore. See where this goes. If I end the turn, will she just die? Who knows? Okay, first of all, deliver the orcs. 408 orcs. That's quite a few orcs. And now let's send Jazz to go ahead and get more orcs. Oh, right, this guy, Crack Hack here, was supposed to deliver some more reinforcements, but he didn't because he got sidetracked collecting goblins. It's like herding sheep with these barbarians. Oh, stone liths. Great, just what I need. And let's slay Ariel. Getting another castle on my side. I should be able to eliminate reds soon enough. Slaughter the phoenixes. Well, the single phoenix, I guess. Oh, all my precious trolls. Onwards to glory. I can't get through the castle walls. That's the biggest obstacle right now. Especially considering the fact that my orcs are currently blinded. And presumably soon enough my trolls shall be as well. Oh, come on! Let me in! Let me in! There's one unit beyond the castle walls. One! So many goblins will perish. So many goblins! Finally! 364 goblins have perished. But we get the arcane necklace of magic. What? That gives 4 points of spell power? That would be neat on Draconia. We also get the witch's brooch of magic, which gets 3 points. What? That's 7 points of spell power right there. The endless hourglass. That's the lightning helm. And I level up. Improving his ballistics. Well, he could have used that a while back. He really needed that one. Okay, we can get a second red tap. This is becoming more and more viable with every passing moment, isn't it? We could just get 3 sources of phoenixes significantly faster than even 3 sources of cyclopses. Yeah, I guess conquering here, getting all of Red's castles might be the most important bit of this strategy. Get your hands on tier 6 units for the sorceress. I could hypothetically trade for Mercury. Don't really feel like it. Onwards, I guess. Oh, let's just flag the Alchemist Slab to get more Mercury that way. Alright, Draconia's here. Let's try to reveal as much as I can reveal, and I think I'm going to reload after I do so. Because I sense a presence over here. A dreadful menacing what? So Albrand is not what? Well, where is he then? 2 dwarves. Wait a minute. So that's fall of these... What? Am I counting this correct? There, it's gonna be fall sorceresses castles with red towers. I think that's the way you're actually supposed to play. Just conquer these, get the phoenixes. Indeed. This is incredible. And I presumably should get some sorceresses to handle this? Well, yes, I do have a sorceress, but she's kind of busy at the moment being a cork. Okay, let's find someone to relieve her. Right, Zom, you're it. Head on over there, buddy. Incredible. Okay, so Troyan is now supposed to be in charge of, I guess, carting units around. It's not like she's going to actually use these units. Yes, meanwhile, Jazz is supposed to collect even more orcs. Crack Hack is busy collecting all the goblins from the region. He's got over 300, which is great, because we've just lost a plethora of them on Ergon a moment ago. Oh, look, orcs. Unupgraded orcs, of course. This seems significantly more viable than it used to a moment ago. Maybe I lack resilience, but I was so ready to give up. Yeah, I need to hand over these artifacts as soon as possible to Draconia. She's the one who actually needs them. Oh, look at Vesper over here with an actual impressive army. Well, I guess we should head for Volcania then, take that over. And then, of course, actually gather all the phoenixes. Once we get all of them, we can possibly contemplate attacking Alberon. How many phoenixes do I even have at my disposal? Do I have any? The 3, with 3 new being added each week. If I could get additional red towers, and quickly too, well, that would be 9 a week, which is quite a few. Yeah, add that to, say, a couple of Cyclopses here, a couple of Bone Dragons there, and you have some sort of a semblance of an army, I guess. Consider Sheltenberg for a moment. We've got 6 Bone Dragons over there, with 3 more to be recruited each passing week. Wait, what? I thought we... Do we actually... Oh, sorry. 3 each week, and there are 6 recruitable right here, right now. Not an insignificant falls. Ah, yeah, Gallivant is on his way over there to pick them up. So we are getting the units, I just need to consolidate them. Most of the time you may get the impression that with 5 slots you're supposed to get from your preferred castle units tier 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. But that's not the way to go. If you have additional castles from other factions, a significantly smarter way to go about things would be to stack as many tier 6 units as you can possibly cram into your army, and then mostly add tier 5 units. Because why not? It's significantly better to have tier 6 units than to have tier 5 units. So why not just stack the deck in your favor? Alright. I think that's what I shall do. But for now, thanks for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.